Today I'm going to be replacing the alternator on a 2011 BMW X3. First step, right over here, this cover is usually flipped. Flip this open and pull this power lead off. This is the power lead for your alternator and your starter. So get that off. And then you're going to want to remove this air filter housing. This housing just basically pops out of there. It's pretty easy to do. Remove the your MAF here and the that hose clamp down there. Get that loose, and then the rest of this, you can pull this little harness clip off too. Get that out of the way. And the rest of it's just clipped in, so you just pull up on it, and you'll remove it that way. There's a little snorkel in the front. You might have to get a screwdriver and release these little tabs, but it's not hard. So I'm gonna pull this air box out. Alright, now with the air box removed, you have to get to the drive belt tensioner and turn it clockwise and get the drive belt off the front of the engine here, or just get it off the alternator at least. So you can see right there how the tensioner works. The tensioner, you just get that torque spit, put it in there, and turn it clockwise until the belt comes out. So it's a T60 torque spit. That's what you're going to use. So this is the setup. This is the setup I'm going to use for it. Just a long ratchet, and turn that clockwise and slip the belt off. Right now, with that belt loose, all you have to do is use 13mm wrench. Pull the nut off the side of this. That's just for the main power lead to your alternator here. So just pull that nut off there, and then you undo the plug right underneath it. There's this plug here. You push in the little finger on it and remove that like that. Yeah, so you just push in right here to remove that. Move that out of the way, and then just these 4 bolts here. They're aluminum bolts. They don't take a lot of torque to remove them. You're going to use a inverted torque spit. It's a 12mm inverted torque spit, and just crack all these loose, and you can just pull the alternator straight out. Alright, now I just removed the old one and stuck the new one back in. You want to replace these aluminum screws every time you do this job, so just order new screws from the dealer. They're not very expensive. You torque them to 10 Newton meters and then 190 degrees. If you don't have an angle finder, you can just shoot for 180. It's easier to do, and then just go a little bit further. It's not a big deal. If you're a couple degrees off one way or the other, but it's better to get that right and not just guess at it, because these, when they do, if they're not torqued properly, they're more likely to, the heads just pop off after a certain amount of heat cycles if they're overstretched. So get those right, and then just reverse procedure. Just plug in the, attach this nut back on here, plug it in, put the airbox back in, and attach that wire. Before you start a car, this goes for any car, you want to make sure your battery is charged. If you put a new alternator on it, if your battery is dead, the brushes aren't seated very well in the alternator, and you can actually overheat the new brushes. So you want to make sure your battery has a good charge, so it's not working too hard when the alternator first fires up. So that's it. Thank you.